You know, out of high school, I was a West Virginia kid. Always wanted to play at West Virginia, but at the time, you know, cards weren't in line to play here, talent-wise, so I had to take, offers I had, so I ended up going to Morehead State. Got there on campus, adapted to college life, classes, kind of found that wasn't really the right fit for me. So at that point, I wanted to go a different route and try to come to West Virginia and play. I had talked to Coach Sabes after leaving Morehead, decided to come here for the spring, still kept my contract for summer ball. I needed to play that summer, and I was deciding between different JUCOs, other schools. Went and played that summer, came to school here, talked to Coach Sabes. He's like, well, we'll have you out for a tryout in the fall. We'll see, what it's about. So came out for the one-day tryout, faced 3 or 4 hitters, did pretty well. And so after that, they were like, we'll be in contact with you and what we think. So at that point, everything was up in the air. I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue to play baseball here, if I was going to have to leave. At that point, I just had average stuff from a different arm slot, normal arm slot, so nothing that really could compete at that point. And then that fall, just working out, it was a pretty big change, developed a lot. And then at the end of the fall there, exit meetings, it was the point of you have to get better in the first couple inter squads of that spring, or you're not going to be able to play because we have to make room on rosters. We got off the bus from Coastal Trip. I think I made 1 appearance from, my over-the-top arm slot, and he had texted me, he's like, meet me in the office, and I was like, oh, what's this going to be about, like what I do? At that point, went in and talked, and he was just like, what do you think about dropping your arm slot? And at first I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, yeah, like what about like sidearm submarine? And I was like, never really considered it before. Definitely had some concerns about it and how it'd go. And so we immediately went outside. I started throwing. From there on out, the rest of the season, started throwing sidearm. And then I think I had 1 or 2 appearances before COVID hit. It was definitely a change mechanically. I mean, everything's totally different than it was. So it was a change from, commanding fastballs to throwing different sliders from that slide. Like, it's totally different. I feel like I've accomplished a lot of things I've wanted to accomplish. Obviously, I want to be better than I am. That's always a goal, but coming from Morehead and coming here and not knowing if I could ever play baseball again, that was definitely a bet on myself, kinda. And it was definitely a terrifying experience, because a lot of people were like, oh, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. What if you can't play baseball again? And at that point, raises concerns in your head, but at that point, you just gotta, I kinda had to bet on myself and make the decision I thought was best for me at that point. Watching my grandparents, my dad work hard their whole lives, and work for what they have has definitely taught me in a way to you gotta work for what you want and put in the time, the effort. That's definitely showed me that I have to do that no matter if I'm playing at a small school, a big school. No matter what I'm doing in life, you always gotta work hard.